allegedly Gypsy Rose was in Lake Charles up until last night. Yo, so that means she was with Ryan up until last night, allegedly. That makes a lot of sense because Ryan's been MIA. I got this through a source. He told you Ken and Gypsy broke up. Okay, that's a fact. Ken is allegedly back in Texas for sure, allegedly. It's been alleged that he's at his mama's. So he's with Miss Raina, allegedly. Now, I've heard that he has only been in Louisiana a couple of times last month for filming, and he's been MIA ever since.
We're tackling one of the most explosive and twisted turns in the Gypsy Rose Blanchard saga. This isn't just another chapter, it's a full-blown storm of drama that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. From unexpected rekindled romances to calculated social media cover-ups, the depth of manipulation and intrigue here is staggering. So buckle up because we're about to dissect every piece of this convoluted story layer by layer until the truth starts to surface. Rumors of Gypsy Rose reconnecting with her ex-husband Ryan Anderson started swirling just days before Christmas Eve. According to sources, the two were allegedly reported spending intimate time together in Lake Charles, with some even claiming they appeared quite comfortable and familiar with one another.
Yo, so that means she was with Ryan up until last night, allegedly. That makes a lot of sense because Ryan's been MIA. I got this through a source. And I want to say I believe it. We're going to have to see what's happening, but honestly, it makes a lot of sense. Ryan has been completely MIA. He hasn't said anything since the divorce. And she was in cutoff, allegedly, up until last night.
This revelation sent shockwaves through the internet, especially when Gypsy's current relationship with Ken URKER, who was widely seen as her perfect partner in the public eye. Ken had been presented as the steadying force in Gypsy's life, but this development raised questions about the authenticity of their relationship. As these rumors began gaining traction, online sleuths dug deeper, uncovering what appeared to be subtle but telling evidence. Some claimed to have seen photos of Gypsy and Ryan together, though these rumors have not been substantiated. Others pointed social media interactions and subtle cues that hinted at a rekindled connection between the two. As the chatter intensified, Ken seemed to retreat from the public eye altogether, fueling speculation that he'd reached his breaking point with the ongoing drama.
Men who cheat and lie be going bald early. Y'all notice that?
Why did Gypsy send your boy that? I'll wait. Yo. And we know that Ken is, lacking some hair. Some would say bald. But why did she send that? And that was December 18th, before her account allegedly got hacked. I wonder, Ken is probably like, you know what? I'm in Dallas anyway. And she was laying up with Ryan. And you know what, Gypsy? If that's what happens to men that lie and cheat, what happened to women that lie, cheat, unalive their mom, fornicate? What happens to them? I'm just wondering. I'm asking for a friend, that's all.
Adding to the intrigue, those close to the situation have suggested that Ken's absence may be a deliberate move, either to distance himself from the controversy or as a sign that he's no longer willing to participate in what some suspect may be a calculated public relations maneuver. Regardless of the truth, one thing is certain: this scandal has reignited public interest in Gypsy's life, bringing with it more questions than answers. Ken URKER has often been portrayed as the picture-perfect boyfriend, handpicked to fit the narrative of life after lockup. His role seemed to be one of the damage control, keeping Gypsy's public image intact while deflecting criticism. As a supportive and seemingly unwavering partner, Ken's presence was critical to maintaining the facade of stability in Gypsy's post-incarnation life. Many fans viewed Ken as more than just a romantic partner. He was seen as a calculated addition to the narrative, someone who could weather any storm and help Gypsy rebuild her tarnished image. However, the recent scandal involving Ryan appears to have pushed this carefully constructed image to its breaking point. As accusations of a secret affair began to snowball, Ken's disappearance from the public eye became a focal point.
And he's allegedly back in Texas for sure, allegedly. It's been alleged that he's at his mama's. So he's with Miss Raina, allegedly. Now, I've heard that he has only been in Louisiana a couple of times last month for filming, and he's been MIA ever since. So when y'all said homeboy is like, where's Waldo? You ain't never lie. Listen, I think Ken was like a runaway slave on that highway to get back to Texas, child. I would too. Because when you deal with someone like Gypsy Rose Blanchard and that type of toxicity, yeah, I is free, massa. I is free. Now,
was this simply a reaction to the overwhelming drama, or did it signify deeper issues within their relationship? What complicates this further is Ken's seemingly complicit role in past controversies. Some fans have speculated that Ken might not just be a passive participant, but a willing collaborator in Gypsy's public relations maneuvers. From his timely Instagram posts to his calm demeanor during media appearances, everything about Ken has often felt too perfect, too curated. But this time, his silence and absence feel different. Was this the moment Ken decided he'd had enough? Or was this disappearance yet another calculated move to generate buzz and deflect attention from the swirling rumors? Adding more fuel to the fire, insiders have suggested that Ken's role in Gypsy's life may have always been temporary, designed to fulfill a contractual obligation with the show. If that's true, it raises an even more significant question. Was their relationship ever real, or was it always just part of a bigger narrative? And if it's the latter, could Ken's retreat signify the end of his role in Gypsy's public story? The first whispers came from Flawless Nina, a beauty influencer who claimed her sources saw Gypsy and Ryan together in Lake Charles. According to Nina, the two spent the days leading to Christmas in each other's arms, sparking a wave of intrigue and speculation. This wasn't just a fleeting rumor. Nina detailed how her source had allegedly seen them sharing moments of closeness that went beyond casual interaction.
Ryan has been completely MIA. He hasn't said anything since the divorce. And she was in cutoff, allegedly, up until last night. Now, I do know that Gypsy, I don't think she has posted anything today, but Ken allegedly posted in cutoff for the holidays. Now, I do think that Gypsy has control over his Instagram page. I don't think that's him posting. I don't. But her being in Lake Charles, yeah. And I found out that when she transferred from Lake Charles to Cutoff, they were practically throwing the paperwork at Cutoff because they were tired of dealing with her. Child, Ryan, ain't no way you this silly. I don't get it. Does she have kryptonite? Tell us what we don't know. Or is this the first person you ever been with? Because something just ain't right. Something's not right, Ryan. I'm gonna need you to explain to me why you can't let this girl go.
These claims immediately drew attention, given Gypsy's ongoing relationship with Ken URKER. While some dismissed this as a mere gossip, others pointed to Ryan's long history of being openly devoted to Gypsy. Despite their official divorce, Ryan's feelings for Gypsy have always been apparent. In the past, he's repeatedly defended her in public, going as far as to blame external influences, including her family and current partners, for her decisions. His loyalty to her has been so consistent that many believe he's still deeply in love with her, unable or unwilling to move on.
Ryan, how long are you gonna be out here acting like Nicholas Godeshan? Because are you really gonna let this lady use you? Why are you letting Gypsy Rose Blanchard use you? She's used everybody. She tried to villainize you. She tried to villainize Ken. She tried to villainize her mom. She's villainized Nick. How long are you going to go for this? I really need to understand. How long are you going to play the fool? Are you okay with being her fool? Because if this is true, Ryan, this lady literally cheated on you and got pregnant. What is happening?
Ryan's public appearances and live streams have only added to this perception. Observers note how he often redirects any criticism away from Gypsy, painting her as a victim of circumstance rather than someone responsible for her actions. This pattern of behavior has led to fans to view Ryan as someone caught in an emotional web, one he may not be ready to escape from, even after their divorce was finalized. His apparent reluctance to speak out or condemn Gypsy's actions has fueled speculation that his love for her remains unshaken. This unwavering dedication, combined with Nina's revelations, has made the possibility of a secret rekindling between the two all the more believable. Ever since their divorce was finalized, Ryan has been uncharacteristically quiet about the situation. He did not even attend the court session, leading some to speculate he's still nursing a broken heart. His absence was widely interpreted as a sign of deep emotional turmoil, with many pointing to his reluctance to confront the end of their relationship head-on as evidence of his lingering feelings for Gypsy. For someone who has been so vocal about his love for her in the past, this silence was both unexpected and telling. Gypsy did not make things easier for him either. In an interview with People magazine, she openly criticized their private life, claiming it lacked excitement and comparing him unfavorably to Ken. This public airing of intimate details not only humiliated Ryan, but also painted a picture of him as inadequate, further damaging his reputation. For Ryan, who has always defended Gypsy and taken her side against critics, this public betrayal must have been deeply painful. Yet, despite all this, Ryan has refrained from responding. His silence, a sharp contrast to his usual outspokenness, has led to widespread speculation. Is he still processing the heartbreak, unable to confront the reality of their situation? Or is his silence a deliberate choice, a way of shielding himself from further humiliation and keeping his dignity intact? What makes his quiet acceptance even more intriguing is the possibility that he's forgiven Gypsy, at least on some level. For Ryan to potentially rekindle a relationship with someone who not only left him but also publicly belittled him speaks volumes about his emotional state. Some believe this silence is less about forgiveness and more about a deep emotional attachment he's unable to let go of, a sign that he might still be holding on to hope for reconciliation, no matter how unlikely it seems. Whenever Gypsy's name is called up in the rumors, there is always a counter narrative ready to go. This time was no different. As soon as the affair rumors resurfaced, Ken's Instagram was flooded with posts of him and Gypsy, alongside her father Rod and stepmother Christy. The captions painted a picture of a harmonious, happy family. A December to remember, one post read, wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. But fans were quick to point out inconsistencies. Gypsy's hair, for instance, appeared to have blonde streaks in these photos, despite being fully brunette in the FaceTime video. Could these pictures be old, repurposed to fit a narrative? Or is Gypsy switching her hair color based on who she's with? Brunette for Ryan, blonde for Ken? Gypsy Rose Blanchard's life remains as complicated and controversial as ever. Whether it's manipulation, love, or calculated PR stunts, the dynamics between her, Ken, and Ryan continue to captivate the public. What do you think is really going on? Is this all a ploy for attention, or are we witnessing genuine relationships unraveling in real time? Let us know of your thoughts in the comments below. And do not forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this ever-evolving story.